All right, everybody. Yes. All right, Craigie.
All right, party time. Popcorn and slushies.
Can't beat it, can you?
Oh, you can't beat it. What a day, what a day, what a day to be alive.
What a day to be alive. Welcome to Crafters TV. We're having popcorn and slushies because the bosses always say, good to get into the theme of the show, isn't it? Good to kind of, really put some effort into whatever we're presenting. And today, we have got the brand new Vintage Carnival Collection.
We do.
If you go to the carnival, you have a good time, don't you?
You do.
You have slushies.
You do.
You have popcorn.
You do.
You have the sweets.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing.
Exactly.
We're getting you in the mood for the carnival. And if you weren't here for wake up call, if you weren't here for the wake up call a little bit earlier on, you won't know that this brand new collection.
Whoa.
Already a third. Way. Already a third of the showstopper stock has gone. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to get in nice and quickly to grab it when we go through it. And also, you need to be aware that there is a bonus buy bundle for you as well. So you buy the showstopper today, which Craig will take you through, and then you can pop, excuse me, you can pop all of the papers in the bonus buy into your cart for half the price. So here's the full collection on your screen, £76 or $96. And as I say, Craig will go through the boards with you, but you get templates to be able to make popcorn boxes. You've got dies to be able to create your Ferris wheel, dies to be able to create your hot air balloon, the big top, the helter skelter. There's the tickets. There's the alphabet in vintage style. And of course, you get your 3 lots of paper and card, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, and linen cardstock. And then you are also, as I say, going to get the opportunity to get the bonus buy. The bonus buy is the 12 by 12, 6 by 6 and linen cardstock once again. Can we flash the price up for that? Just at the bottom maybe, so then you can see for yourself that you pay 76 or 96. And then, bottom of your screen, £35 or $48 becomes £17.50 or $24 before your Club Inspired discount. The majority of people earlier on bought the Vintage Carnival Showstopper and they then bought that paper pad bundle as well, the bonus deal on that. So that's what you need to be doing in this show. Now, let's say hello to the bloke at the other side of the studio who'll take you through some board. Well, actually, let's say hello, then I'll say hello to you guys, and then we'll go through everything. But safe to say, this has been a very popular collection so far, has it not?
It really is. It's all the fun of the fair, but it's that vintage style, of course. It's that little bit of the crossover when it comes to the carnival, to the circus. Either way, you've got that vintage look, that vintage colours, you've got the vintage designs, but something that you'll be able to 100% bring kind of right up to now. If you use all the colours, of course, that you've got included, then of course you've got that vintage style. But if you bring in your modern collections of colours, that then means that you can bring the fun of the carnival in the circus up into 2025 and beyond just by choosing your own colours here. The helter skelter, you've of course got the Ferris wheel, you've then got of course the big top is in there, so you've got so many great ones that you're going to get creative with. Memory books, cards, we'll show you samples, show you boards, we'll show all the papers and that in a minute.
We certainly will. Let's say hello to a few of you who are already with us. Jan is on the socials. Hello, Jan. We've also got Robin McMorris saying, hello, crafty friends. I hope you're all okay. We are. We're in carnival mood. Hi to Deanna, who says, good morning, family. Good morning. Hi, Susanna Stevens says, hi again. Hello. Judy Bickham says, hi. Hi. Stephen Nicole says, good afternoon to Ben and Craig. Hello. Hello. Lois joins us in Ohio, saying, good morning, everyone from Ohio. Charlotte Clark says, hello from Georgia to Ben, Craig, Jan, crew, warehouse team, and all the wonderful crafting community. We have Nicola and Sam in the gallery today. They've got popcorn as well. Are you sharing a bowl in there, or have you got a bowl each? Sam doesn't like popcorn. Well, I never did. So Nicola has got her own big bowl to herself. Whoop, whoop. We've got sweet and salted popcorn on the go, like in one mix. What do you prefer at home? Sweet, salted, or mixed? Laurie's in Arizona. Jen joined us saying, happy Friday. And Love to Create says, hello again, Ben, Craig, team and all. Yum, save me some bits. We will. Rosalind says hello, hello, and greetings from California to M, who says I'm getting ready for work, wishing I had popcorn, but showstopper and bonus are ordered. Hilary says hello everyone from Hilary and Holly Collie. Shall we take bets as to who chucks up first? No, there will be no chucking up in this show. We are all very, very responsible and restrained. Ow. that, I don't know if Craig told you if you didn't see the earlier show. So I brought the popcorn in, did that in the microwave. Craig's bought a slushy machine, haven't you?
I have indeed.
Which is having a malfunction.
Well, it's not that it's having a malfunction. It's just obviously I've only had it, got it a couple of days ago. So I've only tried it with full fat juice. Whereas it does tell you if you're using any low sugar or diet fizzy juice, you kind of have to give it a helping hand with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt at the moment. So you wanted to try dandelion and burdock?
Yeah.
Which is actually the ones that Jacob got us is low sugar. So I've just been in the show, in the break trying to figure out what I need to put in to make it freeze because it's a low sugar one. It's saying lemon juice. Christina's not got any. Hunted everywhere.
Oh, no.
I've added a bit of sugar, but it's saying what I was doing there, and I am taking my role very, very seriously.
He is
but I was
fixing the slushy
also
machine.
Just Googling erythritol as to what I could use in replacement, because I don't know what that is.
Have you got any of that in the kitchen?
No, can you imagine? It probably does. Not
No lemon juice, but erythritol.
But yes, so anyway, we're going to deal with that after this show has ended. We've still got a little... Well, I'm doing my job here. Well,
Yeah, fine.
I'm doing my job here. We're going over all this collection.
Well, let's do that. We'll have a look at the boards. Just very quickly, we'll say hello to Janelle, who's joined us in Washington. Bonus day today with Craig's at home show this morning, says Karen. Glad I have most of my work done so I can sit back and watch. Linny Jones says, hi, lovely Ben and Craig. Hello, Linny. I couldn't miss today. Bought the entire collection and paper pad duplicates this morning. What an amazing collection. You two are making me so hungry with all the popcorn eating. Looking good, boys. Thank you. And Carol says, good morning, everyone. Craig, Ben and Jan. All righty then. Let us go through the boards and see exactly what you are going... Stop beeping out there. We know you're not working. We're trying to do a show in here.
No, it is working. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh.
It's just what I've put in. I've not had proper time to actually play.
Okay.
So it's not working.
We can't help you at the minute. Shh. What do we get in the collection, Craig?
Right, we have got the most incredible paper pad. Now we've got our 6x6, so we're going to show you that in more detail in a moment when it comes to the 12x12. 24 sheets, 180 GSM, 12 designs, 2 of each, double-sided. What that actually gives you is this. So if I go face on for you, because you've got the most incredible double-sided papers that you're going to see. All with that carnival feel, but with the vintage colours. All of these designs, it's going to take you all the way back. You know, Vintage Carnival in America is different to Vintage Carnival in the UK, which is different to Vintage Carnival across Europe.
Yeah.
But not only that, the vintage tone, the vintage thoughts, it's going to change depending on your age.
Absolutely.
You know, Vintage Carnival to a 10-year-old is going to be completely different to what, you know, a 90-year-old may see as the Vintage Carnival design there. You've got all that rustic, you've got all that man-made, that handmade sort of look and feel, as everything back then would have all been handmade and man-made. All these designs, whether it is the big top, whether it is, of course, the little games that you would play at the circus, you know, if you kind of hook a duck and all that sort of stuff.
Love hook a duck.
Used to love all of that as well. And if you did win, you would win a goldfish. Not that you'd really get that nowadays. But all of those different things, thinking back to that vintage style of the carnival / circus. The colours, incredible. Now, we always do incredible matching colours with all of our linen cardstock in collection. But when it comes to this one here, what I love is we've got our primary colours, Ben, but we've got them in a little bit more of a deeper tone.
Yeah.
So you love your primaries, but you want them a bit deeper. We've got you covered when it comes to this range, which will work with every single pattern paper that you've got within that set. Then what we've got is all of the non-consumables. We've got our alphabets. So when it comes to our alphabets, cool, funky fonts when it comes to the carnival, that vintage carnival look. You'd see them down the helter-skelter. You'd see it across, you know, where you would get all your hot dogs and you get your candy floss. And
Your posters as well for the carnival coming to town.
Well, coming soon, and the day, and the magnificent, whatever it is. You'd see all of that within
Magnificent
those fonts.
Moseby.
Exactly, yeah.
With his magic.
Yeah, And the clown of Craig. all those sort of things. that
Craig
you
the
see.
Clown, yeah.
Craig the Clown. Yeah, never mind Doink the Clown, it's Craig the
Craig
Clown. You
Doink.
see all that within those fonts there as well at the bottom of the posters. Then what you've also got is the Ferris wheel. Now when it comes to the Ferris wheel, it's a really, really easy one to construct. At first you think it's going to take a long time and it's really detailed. That is really it. These are the ones you're going to use multiple times to create the Ferris wheel, but that's how simple it is. We are, am I doing the, yes, we're going to do the Ferris wheel in the first demonstration.
Okay.
We've got the vintage hot air balloon.
Nice.
Again, you've got the options there, Ben. Do you want to use all the detail that you've got with it? Or do you want to do it just as like a silhouette aperture? You can do that. You've got it there. You've got the options, which all fit. Then what you've got is the helter-skelter. Now, we done that in Wake Up Call earlier on this morning, which is going to enable you to create that really cool helter-skelter. That's in there. You know, we had fun earlier on. It could be the salt shaker. It could be
Dalek. Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. It could be a Dalek. Could be a bow tie. We talked about bow tie, didn't we?
Just to say as well, Cindy said, can you please tell me what is a helter-skelter? Basically, it's like a slide that goes round and round and round and round.
Yeah. You would go in.
You get in a little sack, don't you?
Yeah. You get your little sack, you'd go in the door, you'd walk up the round stairs on the inside, up to the top, sit in the little sack, and then you'd just go round and round the helter-skelter till you got to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought every country and every town across the globe, I thought everyone had one.
And you get like a little potato sack. You know the sacks you used to do the sack racing at school? You sit in one of them, go down, and you normally get like, I don't know, 2 or 3 goes, don't you, for a 50p or whatever it was. It's probably like 5 quid
but you
nowadays.
hit that wrong bit of the helter-skelter and you had a sore burn on your bum or your legs or wherever it is with the potato sacks. But still fun, still fun. Well, you've got your helter-skelter in there. Then this is where that vintage circus comes. Too much sugar. Too much sugar. sugar. This is where the vintage circus comes into play here. Yes, it's all about the actual carnival, but this is where you can start to bring in that big top. So as I said this morning in Wake Up Call, in the UK, carnivals and circuses always seem to be separate, whereas in America, I think certainly vintage in the years gone by, your carnivals would incorporate the big top. Or, you know, you'd have the big top coming to town, and then you'd have all your carnival rides that would then come with it as well. And this is the great thing. The vintage of the carnival is going to be different wherever you are across the globe. But you've got that design, you've got that look, you've got that colour, you've got that nostalgic feel to it as well whenever you see them and look at them, with, of course, all of these stamps. You've got the stamps here that are going to fit within the ticket, but not only that, you've got the little ticker tickets as well, all perforated so you could peel them away. So even that admit one, you could then, of course, just add it in there, which then means if you do this, you do a little girls themed birthday party and you do the invites, you could use these, and then you could use these for any theme, princess theme, prince theme, whatever.
Could be a movie night as well,
movie night as well.
With the popcorn box.
Yeah, admit one, you know, and just turn someone away if maybe you don't want them there.
You haven't got a ticket, you can't come in.
No ticket, you're not getting in. The fun that you can have, of course, as well. It's just incredible. Then what we've got, now we don't have a slushy die, but we do have a popcorn box. So this is a template and a die as well, which that one, and this is actually going to be our first demonstration. You can see, you can create your own little popcorn box. I mean, if we go like this, how cool is that?
Yeah, let's fill it up, because it looked good on set that, then it stopped me eating it all as well.
No, that's all right.
That's fine. I've had loads.
There we go. Done. Can you imagine that? You've got your tickets to Met One in a movie in the living room, or maybe you've got one of those big projectors that seem to be all the rage at the moment, and pop your popcorn in there, or your M&Ms, or your Millions, or whatever it is that you want. You can do that, it's fine, that's just going to sit right there. So you can do that, of course, that being your popcorn treat box, but changing the theme. These are all great, but that could be a popcorn box for Halloween, with your purples and your greens and the bats and all of that. Having that for you to then use all throughout the year. That die there is what's going to enable you to create that top part of the popcorn box. So that is everything that you've got, that when we come back, we're going to do the popcorn box. Now, if you didn't see Wake Up Call, you'll not know what I've said, and that is, so for instance, the Helter Skelter, I've already shown you how to make the Helter Skelter in Wake Up Call. So I'm not going to show you again within launch day. By the end of this show on Pick of the Week, what I'm going to do is I will have shown you every single one of how to make it, but once I've shown you once, I'm not going to do it again. So I'll show you each one by the end of the show, but when it comes to this demo, I've shown you how to make that in Wake Up Call. Not going to show you again, and you can see that theme that we're going. Speeds it up for me.
Yeah.
Also means then I can get more demonstrations for you.
Good morning, Sherlan. Saying good morning, Ben and Craig. Hi, Betty in Idaho. Karen says toffee popcorn is the best. I like both, to be honest, but the mix is good. They do lots of different flavours of popcorn now as well, don't they?
They do.
And if you want to make your own popcorn as well, we'll tell you more about how you can do that a little bit later on. Kim says, hi all. Ben, could you please pass on a big thank you to my son and daughter who have brought me the Showstopper and bonus buy for my 60th birthday. Kim, that is super cute. Happy birthday. What are your son and daughter's name? We'll give them a proper thank you. Let me know and we'll thank them properly. Patricia Powell says, that paper could be doable for 4th of July. Absolutely. Some really sort of celebratory papers on there as well. Lots of reds, whites and blues as well for our US friends. Hi, Laurie Parra. Hi, Erica Johnson. Hello to David Watkins, who said, good morning from Flagstaff, Arizona. And Ted Staunton says, good afternoon for a very warm and sunny Normandy. This collection is perfect. I'm hearing in my ear that more of you have bought it. We've lost another 10 of these, I think, in the first sort of 10 minutes of the show. So quick as you can. Well, says Laurie, even though it was not in the crafty budget, I couldn't resist. Last show, I ordered the Carnival Collection with the bonus buy and a bit of other stuff. I have a problem, says Laurie. Well, not really. And if you want to describe it as a problem, what a nice problem to have, in the fact that your problem is buying craft stuff. You know, there are worse problems to have than that, aren't there? I would say. So good for you. Ted says, a Helter Skelter was always at a fun fair. When I was a kid, I remember sitting in the Hessian bag, whizzing around it. Me too, Tez. I used to love the Helter Skelter. My two favourite things as a kid, the Helter Skelter, because it always seemed so big when you were little. You see them now and you think, it's not as scary as it used to be. And then the Dodgems I loved as well, or the bumper cars, whatever you want to call them. I used to go in those with my dad and just thought it was the best thing ever. Good morning, Stephanie Theodore says, good morning, Craig Bear, social superstar and friends from a sunny, getting warm Farmingdale, New Jersey. Sorry I'm late. I took Luna for a walk. She goes home today. How's it been, Stephanie? Has she calmed down a little bit? Has it been fun? Has it been stressful? Let me know. The dog that we had in our house who was barking, gone now. Gone home.
Like gone, or just... Like
just gone home. Right. Not as in gone. No, he hasn't gone to Battersea. His parents picked him up again. Funnily enough, on the day that he was getting picked up, he actually finally sort of calmed down and stopped barking. So hopefully, if he comes again next time, he'll be a bit quieter. It was non-stop, honestly. If you think I've got bags under my eyes, thanks a lot, Ted. Kim, your son and daughter. I think you said it was, didn't you? Yes, son and daughter. Thank you very much, Harry and Louise. Top son, top daughter. Well done. That's very generous of you, and Mum's very happy. Thank you. Pamela Greenidge says, hi again, everyone. Hello, Pamela Greenidge. Right, we are into it. Let's get going. Any questions, fire those in. And let us know your favourite sort of carnival stories. What do you love about the carnival? What do you love about the fun fair? Any favourite stalls that you used to love going to? You used to have like with the Tin Can Alley and all that they had, didn't they? With the rifles and the darts games they used to have as well. Hook a duck, I remember. Let us know in the comments. Keep the chat going. Let's get into a demo, though, with Craig. He's going to bash through as much as he can in the next hour and 40 minutes. And his first demo, what are you going to be making?
Let's do the popcorn box.
OK.
Yeah, let's do that. So what I've done, gone in with the template here. Now, you will need 4 of them for all the way around the sides there. What you have got is you've got the template for one, and then you've got your stencils for the other 2. So one has popcorn in it, one has, of course, just the strips. So let's do one of them, because all 4 are going to be exactly the same. And I've already got them done. So you can use these as they are when it comes to this one template, or what you can do is you can then start to ink through what I've just shown you there. So if we go all the way around, now so many of you are used to the template library, but if you're not, let's, as I say, we'll do the one of them so you can get the idea, show you simply how to ink through, but nothing different when it comes to any stencils or any template. You're simply cutting all the way around, and then the tab on the side and the tab on the bottom is going to be your glue tab. So if we work our way down. Now what I want to do with mine, that you'll have noticed, I didn't want to keep it white. I wanted to give it an inside, hence why mine's is orange, and I've done that using, well, it's yellowy orange, using that colour linen cardstock. So all that I would do, I'll draw round one and then show you what it looks like. If you want to back the inside, all you need to do, Ben, is draw around the popcorn box, but not the glue tabs.
Okay.
Not the glue tabs. That then is going to give you a nice matte layer for the inside. So if you're wanting to matte layer your inside, whether it's cardstock or whether it's the linen card or whether it's a pattern paper, just do the sides, but not the glue tabs. So if we go back in with this one here, take your scoreboard if you want to, or I'm just going to do what I've been showing you lately with the template library. If you don't have a scoreboard, take your ruler and take a rounded tipped object. I've got some tweezers here, and we're going to score along the score lines. So that's then going to give me my two glue tabs. Let's fold it inwards so we don't need to use an eraser for the glue. So that's what you're going to be doing 4 times. Now you've also got the die to go with it, Ben, if you want to create the scallops. So you're going to go along, and all you're simply going to do is you're just going to line that up, and then you're going to cut that one out. So you can do the inking first or inking after, it's up to you. But let's go in with our stencils to start with. So if I bring this in here, and all that I want to do is the bottom of the actual stencil, I want to line up with the bottom of my template of the popcorn box. I like to fold it inwards on the left-hand side, just so that I can visually match up. The other good thing is side to side here, where you've got the top. And don't worry about this not actually meeting right at the top. If anything, it doesn't really matter because you're going to chop the top off. If you didn't want to use the scallops and you wanted that straight, all that you would do is the top of the stencil, just marry it right up against the top of the cardstock. That then means that you're going to get that nice edge. But as I said, I'm not really bothered because I'm going to come along with my die to die cut it out. So once I'm happy that I've got that in the middle there, I'm just going to then open that one up, and I'm going to go in with my Chinese red. So I'm going to go in with my water reactive, and because we've got the detail in that actual template or the stencil, I'm just going to go in with my finger dauber. And we're going to take my finger dauber, and all that we need to do is just pounce through all the little laser cuts within the stencil, bringing in that ink, and that's all that I'm doing for this whole section.
Lots of comments coming through. Hi to Altja, she's joined us, saying hello everyone. Our Jan's favourite, I forgot about this, our Jan's favourite stall at the fair, Coconut Shy.
Oh, the Coconut Shy.
I'm pretty sure that a lot of the fairs that came to us would bolt the coconuts down so you couldn't actually hit them off, or the balls would be too light, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They were like styrofoam balls.
That's it.
That you'd throw at the coconut. So you'd hit the coconut and then it wouldn't barely move.
No. There was always like something, wasn't there? It's like, yeah, they've managed to bolt that down, haven't they?
What a weird thing to win as well.
Yeah, coconut.
A coconut.
Yeah, really weird.
You come home from the fair, what did you win? A coconut and a goldfish.
Yeah.
What weird things we used to want to win when we were younger, eh?
Really strange. It's one of those time periods as well. Now, being careful in what I say here, I completely agree that circus shouldn't have animals.
No.
They should not have animals. On the flip side, I am glad that I was around at a young age when there was animals.
Yeah.
Because it was it was enjoyable to see, of course, actually finding out some places. I know many looked after them, but obviously you did hear not nice stories. So yeah, 100%, it is absolutely correct that the circus doesn't have animals now. But it's been lovely to have lived through that period where
To have seen it.
you could see it. So the kids, the grandkids, you go back in my, pretty much like we're doing now, you know, used to have the cage come out with the lion and the big elephants would come out. So yeah, it was a time period that it's nice to be a part of, but I'm glad it's no more.
I remember when the carnival would come, says Rosalind, we looked forward to Halloween tent where the scary gorilla would pop out whilst we were being distracted by another character. Then everyone would just run out of the tent. It was hilarious. I can remember, says Stephen, when I was younger, I won a few prizes on the hoopla. Again, like with the hoopla, you had to be very skilled, like Stephen, didn't you? Because I always used to think like the hoops were never quite, they would just go over the prize, wouldn't they? You know, so you had to be very skilled at throwing those. There you go, look at that.
Look at that. How smart is that? And then what I'm going to say, if you want to stick with that vintage feel, I'm going to say that your Friar Brown is going to be it's going to be your friend when it comes to this collection here. The vintage brown is really going to just take it from that clean, crisp look to then you're taking it to a little bit more of that vintage tone.
Yeah.
Even with the red. You'll have seen within Wake Up Call how I used the Friar Brown with our parakeet, how that worked, and then the Friar Brown works really, really well with our Chinese red. So I'm just going to go in here. Let's then move that out of the way. And then all that I would do, it's so straightforward, but it's a little bit detailed, this demo. So the simple bits, for instance, the die cutting, what I just want to do is that's all you do. Tape it down, run it through your Gemini, whether it is your MIDI, whatever, and then that will then give us that one here that we can see. And then you're going to do exactly the same another 3 times. The only difference is instead of using the stencil that gives you the popcorn on it, you're just going to be using your strips. And this is where what I've got is I've got my inside. So I've just drawn around and then I'm going to stick that on the inside. But what I'm going to, usually we say, stick all your layers before you assemble. I'm going to assemble this first and you'll see why. Because by assembling first, what will happen is these will actually cover the glue tabs on the inside.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to assemble it first and then I'll use my wet glue to actually assemble it.
Loads of lovely comments coming through. Well done, David. Thank you, David Watkins. I've ordered the Showstopper Bonus Buy and Celebrate Good Times collections. My dad would always take us to the carnival. My favourite ride was called the Zipper. Is that like a zip wire, David? That's what I'm imagining, or what was that? You'll have to let us know if it wasn't. Terry H says, when my son was little, he went to a local carnival. He tried to win a bunny. Bunnies, eh? He didn't win. I bet he was hopping mad. He didn't win, but still came home with one. Apparently, I had given him too much money, so he ended up just buying one. He bought a bunny at the fair, yeah.
A bunny?
That's a very good question. Was it a real bunny or a toy bunny? Sam is asking in my ear. Evie Harley says, I love the smell of popcorn, but I don't like the rides. And Mary Jo Benning says, this collection is really cute and different from anything else that I've seen. So I bought the Showstopper and extra papers. We've been very good at that recently, I think, bringing you unique collections that you might not have seen before. And I asked Stephanie about Luna the dog. Stephanie's been dog sitting, of course. She says she's been so good. We have loved having her here. She's very curious, and last night she spotted a squirrel and barked. Then after dusk, a herd of deer showed up in the backyard and she wanted to go out with them. They scattered quickly as she barked a little. She was crated while she went to the paper mill. A new play, Take the Lead, you saw. Apparently it's based on the life of Pierre Dulaine, a champion ballroom dancer. Antonio Banderas was in a movie of the same name years ago. I hope it makes it to Broadway like The Great Gatsby. Well, I'm glad you had a lovely time, Stephanie. And M says, I love Friar Brown for vintaging up my makes. It seems to be your go-to, and actually the Debbies love a bit of Friar Brown as well for vintage. That's definitely the one to have, isn't it?
Absolutely, really is. You want that vintage tone. You can see how now we've got that vintage tone. Looks great, but you can see the workings at the side there. So this is why I was saying that I like to do mine separately. So I've taken my bits, and remember, to create the inside, all you're doing is you're just drawing around the template again, but the difference this time is you're not going to include the glue tabs. It's simply round the centre and then use your die over the top. And so I can manoeuvre it into place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wet glue. That gives me that little bit of movability, which means I can go in, and then that's going to cover all the little glue strips or the adhesive strips for the popcorn box. And then you can see on that inside how well that looks there. So I'm just going to do that with the other three. And then what we can start to do is we can then start, I think in this one, what I'll do is we will build the carousel.
Yeah.
And then that means so far, between now and Wake Up Call, I've shown you the carousel and I've shown you the helter-skelter.
Do you know what, Violet Rose, great minds think alike, because I was just thinking this as Craig was putting the inserts in. My thought was you could use the die to cut some parchment paper out to stick it inside the box, and then the box would be reusable to keep the grease off.
Yeah.
But you suggested using, you could use that to cut acetate. Acetate?
Acetate?
You could use acetate, mate, where Craig is putting the yellow card to make it nice and easy white to reuse, like. Yeah, you could, like Craig, mate, couldn't you? You could use acetate. You could use acetate. Or your baking paper you could put in there if you wanted to.
Something like that, yeah. Or pattern paper, even.
Terry says, yes, it was a real bunny. We had to run all over town to find a bunny cage. We named him Patch, and we had him for 10 years.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's really amazing, isn't it?
So you came home with a bunny, a fish, and a coconut. What else can...
It's like that game. So I came home with a bunny, rabbit, fish,
and a
coconut.
Yeah,
and something else.
Yeah. What was that game? Oh, Grandma Went Shopping, that was it, wasn't it?
That was it, Grandma went
shopping and she bought a tin of beans.
Grandma went shopping, she bought a tin of beans and a tin of spaghetti.
Grandma went shopping, she bought a tin of beans, a tin of spaghetti and a broom.
And grandmother went to the shop and bought a tin of beans, tin of spaghettis, a broom and a Ninja slushy machine.
Grandma went to the shop, she bought a tin of beans, tin of spaghetti, a broom, a Ninja slushy machine, and some brie.
See, I've forgotten already. Forgotten already. But look at that, how cute is that? If you want to leave it just within the popcorn box, then of course you can then do that, as you can see here. But let's bring in, so I've already done a helter-skelter, I've already done the big top, I've already done the balloon, and I've got my Ferris wheel. But let's bring in some cardstock so I can show you how to die cut and create the Ferris wheel.
You know the Fryer Brown, Robin's just said, is it quick dry that you use in the Fryer Brown?
No, it's water reactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything inking around the edges of that's always going to be your water-based ink pad, your water reactive.
Rosalind says, my favourite carnival game, whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Love a bit of whack-a-mole. The later carnivals that used to come with the arcades used to have that dance game that I used to really like as well. You know, when you watch the screen and it lights up. I think it's called Dance Dance Revolution, and you choose your song, and then you'd have to like put your feet where the arrows were to score points. That was quite fun.
Is that in Mall Cop?
What?
The comedy Mall Cop?
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah. I think so.
You can get it now for what do you call it? Like the Nintendo Wii and stuff like that, can't you?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, just. It's a bit like Just Dance. Basically, you've got the light up floor with the arrows on, and then you watch the screen and it tells you where to put your feet, and you end up doing all these cool dance moves and stuff.
Okay.
Rosalind said you could put some of those food-grade paper bags on the inside for use with real popcorn. Yeah, absolutely. That, as Violet Rose says, acetate, like parchment sheets you could put in there as well to keep the grease off. So lots of ways for you to be able to make those popcorn boxes reusable, certainly.
For sure.
And Rosalind said you could also spray paint some styrofoam to look like real popcorn, because someone asked that earlier. How would you create kind of that look of popcorn? So styrofoam is a good shout.
That's a good one.
Puffy snow, I was just going to say you could use, couldn't you?
Yeah, so that was the one that Julia got. Did I even show the samples at the start?
I can't remember.
I can't remember
it was
either.
35 minutes ago.
So what we'll do then is we'll do this, and then when we come back, before we do the next demo, we shall do the we'll do the samples.
Okay.
But yeah, if you've seen the samples, showed them a couple of times in Wake Up Call. I also showed them within the live this morning. Yeah, Julie had used our puffy snow that we had, was it last year or the year before? She'd used that. So yeah, anything like that. But if you've got any of those foams from the DIY store, give them a shot. Got the gardener outside.
Yeah. You keep it down out there. Trying to do a show. What's he cutting down?
We're at the circus. We're in the circus. Actually, you know what? That could be like a clown's hat.
Could be.
It could be a flag.
Could be a flag. Could be
ice cream. Put an ice cream on the top.
Yes. Could be a swing.
Swing. Yeah. Yeah, it could, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always look to see what else your dies can be.
It could be a what do you call it? Not a speakerphone. What's it called? A megaphone.
The megaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. What's great is so far, all of them fit within the mini.
Yeah.
Not sure about the big top. We'll come to that later.
Nancy, paper pad GSM is 180. I think that's the standard weight for all of our paper pads, isn't it, generally?
Yeah,
generally 180.
180. Yeah, that's standard weight. It's always going to be 180, unless of course, you know, we say different. Always going to be the 180. So let's go in now with that one, and then we're going to go in with that. So that one is going to be black. So we do have some smaller dies within this, Ben, but I really do think that the smaller dies add to the detail. You know, we could done them on a larger scope, but when it comes to the actual detail that you've got, I think the little dies are definitely a game changer for these. And of course, if you've got your magnetic folders of that, pop them in there. If not, still just pop them onto the sticky backing that you get. You know, you guys know that's exactly what I do. But let's pop on. And at least these all make two of the carts at once. So it's not as if we're just giving you like one and one to make the cart. We are giving you the ability to do a few carts at once.
I think again it's nice that the dies are that sort of size that you can use them with your scraps. You know, those bits and pieces you've got in your gubbins box. It's a great way to kind of bust those scraps with this set. Like you say, what did you say? Apart from the big top, potentially everything's going to go through the mini, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And we'll see just shortly.
Yeah.
We'll probably create the big top next when it comes to the next demonstration. So we'll find out then. When I'm tidying up, what I can do is also have just a little look too. But yeah, you've got your little circle dies as well. I mean, let's face it, these tiny, tiny, tiny little dies that go at the top of the cart, if you use them, if you don't use them, that's up to you. You know what I mean? The detail die's there for you. That's what they're there for. They're there to finish off that detail. Should you choose to use them, it's up to you. You might want to use a gem or a pearl instead. That up to you. So if I take these ones in here, so what we have got is we've got the top, we've got the bottom, we've then got the window or the bars, and then you've got your top, you've got your bottom as well. And then what we have got is this little circle. So this little black circle is going to go in the middle there. And then these tiny little circles that we've got here, I mean, they are minute,
teeny,
absolutely minute, are going to go onto the actual top of the cart. So if I pop that one into the middle there, and then I'm going to pop glue along the top here. You use your preferred adhesive. I would recommend, anyone that's unsure, I would recommend tacky glue.
Yep.
Tacky glue, just so that you can then hold and then grab, and you're just adding that to the top of the security bar, and then we're going to do the same along the bottom here.
Do most Ferris wheels nowadays sit you in a cage like that, or are you in a seat with a bar across you?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too familiar with Ferris wheels having like bars around them.
Why are they called Ferris wheels as well? Is it because they were invented by a bloke called like John Ferris, or? I'm going to Google that now.
But you know something, it's probably going to be something like that, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look and see exactly.
The Ferris wheel got its name because it was designed and built by George Washington Ferris.
Oh.
For the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, this iconic ride became synonymous with his name and the term Ferris wheel was born. That's a good one for a pub quiz.
It is.
George Washington Ferris Jr. Yeah,
Oh, the
Ferris.
junior.
The only other Ferris I know is Ferris Bueller.
I've still never seen that all the way through.
It's another film I'm exactly the same as you. I've seen loads of bits, but never
Never
patched
the
those
whole
bits
lot,
together.
yeah.
Like Grease. Never seen that all the way through.
No, I've not actually either. No. And just...
Whoop. Thank
that's the circus
you.
arriving. Carnival's coming.
Carnival's coming to town. That was the Ferris wheel. It's been loaded into the car park. We've ordered it all. We've got the... Thank you. There's the Dodgems. Hooray.
They're all coming. They're all coming. But yeah, so that tiny little black die just goes into that. I know you can't. It's that small. You can't even see it. Not any point, Sam, in trying to zoom in, because you ain't going to see it. And then I've got all of these die cut previously that you can see. But let's bring in these ones here, and then we can bring in the one that I've already done. So we can go work our way around, all the way around with our glue, or your double-sided adhesive sheets, certainly when you're going to do your drop shadows. This sort of one you'd get away with using your dotty tape runner. The other ones you could, but you'll have seen how small that they are for finishing off that detail. You'd probably be easier using your tacky glue, but entirely up to yourself.
I remember going to the fair, says Robin, with my sister and our half-brother. We went on the waltzers. Couldn't have made it any clearer that the cart is not to be spinned. He told us he wouldn't, but he did. I ended up passing out and I left with a concussion.
Oh my gosh.
That is awful.
That is awful, isn't it?
Is that the first and last time on a waltzer for you then, Robin? That's what they were like at our fun fair, to be fair. To be fair at the fair.
To be
they
fair
just
at
used
the
to
fair.
whiz you around, just ridiculous speeds. And Stephanie's just said, I know the show is about Vintage Carnival, but I just want to say I received my graceful plumes yesterday. Outstanding paper pads. They are beautiful, and I can see some gold pen or flakes being added to the pages would look great on them. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for that glowing recommendation for the graceful plumes, still in stock over on the website. We chatted about this Ferris wheel earlier, Craig, didn't we? The fact that if you use things like your smaller brads, you could actually get a bit of kinetic motion into this too. Yeah,
you would need to then get a hold of the really small mini brads. You get mini brads out there. mini. You need to get a hold of them. Your kind of general shaped brads are going to be a little bit too thick.
The penny slider setup would work for that, or would that not really work?
You could have a
go.
Play with that mechanism. So instead of putting the cover over the penny slider, I was thinking of the reveal wheel.
No, the penny
slider. You could do stick it onto the back of the penny. But within that one, I've gone in and added one, and then all you're going to do is you're going to build all your other ones and pop them into place.
Yeah.
And you can see then. And try and as well, as you can see, they're not exactly straight. You don't want them to be.
No, because they always rock back and forward, yeah.
So you can see that I've just stuck them down, not in any specific way, because I want them to have that kind of motion. And then we can start to build these ones up. So if I come along with then, let's go in with the hot air balloon that I've got here. So within the hot air balloon, if I then take, do I want foam pads? No, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that flat. So we'll go and add that on there. And then let's pop that into place here. If you're only just joining, I'll recap what I said at the start of the show. I'm not going to make every single demo.
No.
So what I'll do, I've already done the Ferris wheel within Wake Up Call. So if you want to see how to make that, go back to Wake Up Call. I've now done the Ferris wheel, so I'll not do that one again today. When I use the Ferris wheel within my other demos, I'll bring in the ones that I've already done. And then it just means for the rest of the show, we've still got the big top to make and this hot air balloon to make. So there's that one. Let's then turn that one around and go in with the Helter Skelter. I love, Ben, I just love the colours. I love the look and the imagery where I just keep thinking back to, you know, old carnivals and old circus. I know it's all about the carnival, but of course the carnival in some countries, some places would come along with the circus in hand as well. You've got the big top there. If you've got any of your circus pads from Violet Studio.
Ah, that's a great shout,
and your circus animals and the toppers and that, why not start to use them? That would be smart. If I go around this way and then the big top, we're going to go down at the bottom here. So it's not just a popcorn box, it's a feature, it's a project, it's a memento that we can pop into the base there.
It is a lovely size though for using as an actual popcorn box. And I suppose if you wanted to, if you were making like scrapbook pages and stuff as well, you could just cut that once, couldn't you? And place it down as like a 2D object rather than making the whole box out of it. Pop it onto a 12 by 12 page.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pop that on this side here. Let's bring in our big top. Yeah, absolutely. You've got full creative play, and that's the thing. When you get your collections home, use them in whichever way that you want. We'll try and come with different ideas. I know stock dependent next week. Where is it Robinson that's in next week?
Fisher.
Fisher, when Debbie's here next week, she'll show you her take on them. Then when Debbie's here following week, she'll show you her take as well. No doubt Lily will be popping up at some point and she'll have it as well. So you're going to get lots of different looks, lots of different styles. Remember, as I always say, it's all about the colour as well. So yes, you've got the most incredible colour palette when it comes to that vintage tone and that vintage wheel, but start to bring in all of your modern colours as well and make it more modern. You've got so much craftability in the different ways in which you can use it.
Yeah, it's a lovely set, and you can tell for the fact that nearly 40% now of the showstopper has disappeared. So lots of people going for it, and the majority of people are also going for the bonus buy option as well. So plenty of reasons to shop. Everything's available individually, just to say. I've not really touched on that today, but if you do just want to pick out, you know, certain bits and pieces, make your own little mini bundle as well, then you can do that, of course. Just have a look on the Shop the Day, Shop the Show, and you'll see all of the bits and pieces individually. Laurie says, usually there are one or two items that push me over the edge to buy, but this time it's all the things.
All of them.
It's such a different collection, and as Craig's alluded to, the papers are gorgeous, very, very different to what we've done before, but they will work again across multiple collections, papers that you can use elsewhere. The linen cardstock works beautifully. The fact that you can build your own popcorn box, the fact that you've got all of the fun of the fair within this collection. Karen says, I rode a hot air balloon in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the Hot Air Balloon Festival. They had over 500 balloons.
Wow.
That is incredible. What's the big one here? It's in Bristol, isn't it? They have the big balloon fiesta every year in the summer.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is. I want to say it's in like July or August time. Massive like balloon fiesta there. And Karen says, yeah, these are a nice size for birthday parties. Again, perfect. You know, like Craig was saying, if you want to use like the tickets as actual little ticket stubs to, you know, let the kids come into the party, you can. You know, it might just be a movie night you want to do. Maybe the kids have asked for they don't want a party, they want to invite their friends around for a movie night. You can create the popcorn boxes, you know, create the little the tickets that you've got there as well. Give those out and let them into the movie night. Popcorn box for everybody. It's just such a fun set, and the fact that you get those alphabet guys in there as well in that vintage style really allows you to be able to personalise everything as well. So a great collection, loads of fun, and the plan is, I can't believe we're nearly halfway through the show. The plan is to show you as much as Craig can as far as building all the components, but like he said, we'll pop all the bits together once. If you've missed any, you'll just have to go back to the show. So this morning it was the Helter Skelter, wasn't it?
It was.
So go back to Wake Up Call to see how that's popped together. Here, obviously, you've seen the air balloon and also the Ferris wheel. Good old George Ferris.
George Ferris.
Carol D says, it's not even 7 a.m. yet and I'm craving popcorn. Popcorn for breakfast, is that allowed? I don't see why not.
I think so.
You know, it's
I
Friday.
Of course, should be allowed any day.
Yeah. Live for the thrills.
Live for the thrills.
Is that what that says?
Living for the thrills.
Oh, yeah,
so
there you go.
close. But you can see that is how you can start to create your ticket. And for that one, all that I've done is I just went round with a little bit of Friar Brown. And then I've also just die cut these. So I die cut one of these stamped and inked in Wake Up Call. So you'll see that as well if you go back to Wake Up Call. But I've got these ones. And then with that die, it's actually a 4-piece die. But I've already just separated a couple of them. You can see because you've got that little perforation line. If you want to separate them, you can do that. And then all that we need to do is let's go in with a few foam pads here. And I'm going to take this one and then let's add that one on there with my pads.
Jen Shanks just said, sorry,
No.
Craig, since you like horror movies, if you haven't seen it, Something Wicked This Way Comes is a 1983 movie about a sinister travelling carnival, and it's a great movie.
Oh, what's that called?
Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah.
Remember that, and I'll write it down.
I thought of you last night, and I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it now, but there is a horror movie coming to the cinemas. It must be today. It's today the 25th. It's today.
26.
Huh?
Today's 26th. Today's the 25th, yeah.
But what? Yeah, it's today, because they always come out on a Friday. There's a new movie that's come out. It's a horror movie, and it looked brilliant. And I thought of you, because me and you haven't done a cinema trip for ages.
No, we've not.
What I'm gonna have to, but it looked really good. It'll come up on TV again soon, I'm sure. But whatever's.
Women in the Field?
Huh?
Women in the Field or Women in Black?
No. It's gone out at cinemas, not like on Netflix or anything. Hang on. Cinema releases today.
But just add it, and while Ben's having a look there, I'm just
Until Dawn.
Until
Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's about these people. So basically, 1 year after her sister disappeared, Clover and her friends head to a remote valley where she vanished to search for answers. Exploring an abandoned visitor centre, they soon encounter a masked man who murders them one by one. However, when they mysteriously wake up at the beginning of the same night, they're forced to relive the terror over and over again. It sounds like Groundhog Day, but in the world of horror movies.
But in the horror,
Yeah.
I could put loads of popcorn in that, and then we can take that with us.
That's what we should do.
We should do, shouldn't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's
What
do
would they
that.
do if you went to the cinema and we both walked in with our own little popcorn box from this collection?
Could you, imagine what would they say? I don't know. Yeah, either with their popcorn or our pick and mix in there.
Yeah.
But look at that, giving you your popcorn box, inking and stenciling, and using all 4 of the main little attractions. And it comes there, and as you can see, what we've done within that one earlier on, actually popped some popcorn in there. So that's another one that you can do when it comes to that collection.
Absolutely brilliant. I wish I had some actual popcorn over this side now, but I don't. I know I did. I've just got the... Michigan has a hot air balloon festival too, says Laurie Power. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Ah, thanks. Shared a bit. You keep some as well, though. Is there loads? Yeah, go on. Thank you. I learned at a very young age not to run first to the candy floss stall before going on the rides, says Kim. It really didn't mix too well, I can only imagine. And Rosalind says, I love the tickets, cannot wait to use them for prizes on game night. That is another brilliant use for them. Listen, grab this collection whilst you can. The Showstopper is the most popular option. Perhaps when we come back, I can run through everything again for you. We can have a look at those papers as well. And then we'll get into some more demos. We're nearly an hour into the show, which is incredible. Time is flying over. Showstopper, and then get those bonus buy paper pads in there as well, and you will get those for half of the price. If you do want to go for things individually, then of course you can do that. But it's all there on the Shop the Show for you. Shop the day, shop the show. Get into the checkout, and we will come back in about 4 or 5 minutes' time with more carnival fun. We'll see you in a moment.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
The personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, you got 2 comedians, Dan and Craig, They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
Right guys, now we've been getting a lot of love from everybody since the start of the new year, but I just feel like there is even more we could give our viewers.
But we already give them entertaining shows, amazing offers, brilliant demos and in-depth craft-alongs. What more can we do?
Yes, but I still think we could give them more.
For Sarah, we're already live 3 shows a day, 5 days a week. I mean, what else are you thinking?
You're right. It looks like we might have to make it Saturdays.
That's right, join me over the next few Saturdays as we sit down, chat, craft and create live from the studio, giving you even more opportunities to watch and join in.
Want to catch some amazing deals at the weekend? Make it Saturday.
Want your chance to win some amazing prizes? Make it Saturday.
To virtually join us live and show us your makes? Make it Saturday.
Want to have a chance for us to solve your craft problems in our crafty clinic? Make it Saturday. Want to vote for your favourite demo of the week? Make it Saturday.
So don't miss out on our brand new show, Make It Saturday, where the weekend comes to life.
Hi, my name is Sherry Jackson, and I have been a fan of Crafters Companion for at least 7 or 8 years now. I love Crafters TV. I mean, what's not to love about it? They've got great products, great prices, great people that work there for them. The customer service is great. The presenters are great. Demonstrators are great. Everyone there is great. I just love all the products. I love the tutorials we get. I love all the demonstrations, the craft-alongs, the master classes. Not only do you sell the products, but you teach everyone how to use it. I love the interaction on Crafters TV. I love the fun, the game, the prizes. There's just so much about Crafters TV. There's nothing not to love about Crafters TV. You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family. I'm widowed and live alone, and every day I look forward to watching Crafters TV, whether I watch it live or whether I go back and watch the reruns. I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for Crafters TV.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different.
Get in early on the morning to work, set up all my cameras, all my TV monitors, make sure the lights are on. After the last show, we'll need to make sure everything's switched off, ready for the next day. Then I get to go home, just watch some TV, watch some movies or something when I'm making some food, and then go to sleep.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed before I get up in the morning.
Welcome back, everybody. We're having the best time. We are so busy for this collection. Well over 40% of the showstopper gone. Note to yourself, stop eating popcorn in the break. Do you find like popcorn gets stuck in your throat and it makes you want to cough the whole time? And this is not a great thing when you are here to talk. Well done, Carol says, I really do like the popcorn box, ordering the tickets and papers. Love those papers. Love the popcorn box, Craig, says Carol. And love the ticket, says Rosalind Russell. Stephanie Theodore says, I miss drive-in movies. I feel like in the UK, we went through a phase here of, they probably still do it now. They do like pop-up drive-in movies here, don't they?
Occasionally, it seems to be on like special occasions or that, but I've never been to what, I don't think they've ever been kind of, well, probably because of the weather, they've been as popular as you guys stateside. Because I do like that idea of, you know, the outdoor, you know, drive-in movies.
Especially if it's like a nice night as well and you've got like a drop-top car. Not that either of us have got one of those, but you know, like that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? On a warm summer's night.
With a loved one.
I've already got my showstopper, says Carol D, and bonus buy. Also added 2 of the watercolour waves pads that I thought I'd missed out on. I wasn't expecting to buy anything today. That's how it usually goes. If the weather gets better, says Imani, we will have our Kentucky Derby Festival's signature Great Balloon Fest with the Balloon Glow tonight and Great Balloon Race tomorrow. That sounds amazing. How do you race a balloon? Well, don't you? Just have to, as in like a hot air balloon. Isn't that what you mean? That's what I think it is, Imani, isn't it? That's it. Not as in like a balloon that you're going. Not like that, is it? Blowing it through, no? Or it might be. Nicola, you're right, might be. Carol D says the alphabet in this collection is so much fun. It certainly is. Let's show you everything again very quickly before we see some more demos. There is the alphabet. The showstopper is everything, of course. Plus, if you go for the showstopper, you can then get more papers and cardstock for half of the price. £76 or $96 is the platinum price. And you can get the camera's not working, did you say? Could we go there? There we go. So you can see all of your letters that you're going to be getting in that cool sort of vintage style. Here's the tickets. So the tickets there that Craig has used already today, plus you've got all of the sentiments in there for you to be able to stamp on. So things like fun-filled fair days. I love that. You've got all of your admit ones on there. You've got your tickets. Life is a carousel. Enjoy the ride and living for the thrills. Then you've got the big top. So this is something we will look at very shortly. That's the one you haven't built yet, isn't it? The big top.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to do it next.
So we'll look at that next. If you want to see the Helter Skelter, wake up call for that one. But you can see you've got all the dies there to be able to slot around the Helter Skelter. And then you've got the template there too to be able to stencil into that, ink into that, whatever colour you want it to be. The balloon, we've just seen that vintage hot air balloon. Nice and simple to put together. Use your mini with all of these, don't forget. And then the Ferris wheel as well, with all of the little cages. And then lastly, of course, is the popcorn stencil with the die that you've got with that to be able to just scallop off the top of it. Really nice size that makes for you as well. And, you know, if you are going to be using that as a proper popcorn box, again, you can just line it, as people have suggested, acetate, parchment paper, whatever it might be, so it doesn't get too greasy, and you can use it again. Now, that is all of the hardware. The papers are stunning. Now, you get the 12x12 and the 6x6. The 6x6 is just a shrunken down version of everything that you get in here. Very heavy on, and I love this, the red, white and the blue. So a lot of people here have been talking about you know, celebratory cards, 4th of July cards potentially as well, but lots of different patterns with that vintage carnival feel to it. This one almost got that sort of like hypnotic effect to it. You've got the sort of Harlequin jacquard effects on there as well. Could be, you know, as Craig was saying earlier on, like the clown's trousers potentially, but loads of really cool vintage, almost like 50s, 60s style designs on here. Nicola has just says, these are the cat's pajamas, I'm the clown's pajamas. You're the clown's pajamas. This is almost like you're sort of staring up to the top of the big top where all the you know, the clowns are going to be performing. Spots and dots in here of vintage style. Beautiful stripes on there as well. You're going to have so much fun with this paper pad, and the fact that you get it in 12x12 and 6x6 is incredible. And with all of that, you're going to get your matching linen cardstock as well, the colours of which that have been specifically chosen to work perfectly with the colours that you've got within your papers. You're getting 24 sheets there, once again, beautifully textured. And look, just for those people who wanted to see it, look, perfect. Say stop. Okay, stop. Oh, oh, poor effect. One more. That's the same one. Look at that. Like we did it on purpose. £76 is the platinum price, $96. Great saving on that when you consider you should be paying nearly £103, $134. It's your free shipping as well if you're in the US, which is amazing. And if you then want to get more, I say if, because you want to get more of the cardstock and you want to get more of the papers, you then add that Vintage Carnival paper and linen card pack, the 3-piece collection, into your basket, bottom of the screen, and that £35 or $48 halves. So you're £17.50, $24. Take your platinum off that, comes down even further for you. So many reasons to shop and grab that today. It's just such a brilliant collection. It's a unique collection, very different to anything we've done before, and potentially to anything that you already have in your crafty stash. Yes, says Amani, is hot air balloons. And Robin's just asking Craig, I know you're going to move on to another demo here, but what are the dimensions of the constructed popcorn box?
It is, so the height is 6 1/4.
Yeah.
The width for the top of the popcorn box is 3 3/4.
Okay.
So yeah, so 3 3/4 when it comes to the top. You can see here 3 3/4, and then what did I say? 6 1/4 when it comes to the height as well.
Excellent stuff. Any more questions? Fire them in. We've got 50 minutes left. The time today
I know
is zipping by, isn't it?
I know, I've just been getting bits of my other demos kind of fast-tracked a little bit. Let's have a look at samples first, because I was that eager to get into our first demonstration. I didn't show them. I showed them a few times within Wake Up Call, and then showed them a few times when it came to my live this morning. But when it comes to cards, personalisation, showing, of course, how you can use the popcorn box in many ways other than just creating a popcorn box. Use your nesting dies, create that theme, that diorama that you can see, building that scene, setting that scene when it comes to the attractions. You can see even going in with home decor, going in with MDF mount board, chipboard. You can see that you can create that really nice gift. All these ones I'm showing you just now by our incredible Nicole Bretherick, even when it comes to the gift bags as well, when it comes to personalisation. So those are the ones Nicole has done. Let's have a look at what the rest of the design team have done, and we'll go straight in to another demonstration.
Yeah.
Within this one, I fixed this one that Jackie had done. So nice and finished on the front, and then open it up.
That's
and then
great.
you can have the little hot air balloon just dangling down from the centre, which is cute. Just make a little feature on the front of your card when it comes to the Ferris wheel. What about as well, just going in, cutting it short. That is the actual popcorn box, but it cut it shorter, and it could be for chips.
Oh, that's
or
a
for
cool
you guys,
idea.
Fries. Your fries. Then you've got your actual popcorn. So this is the one we're on about that Julia had done. So it was Jan had done that one. Julia's done this one. So that is your puffy snow that we done the other year. Just colour it with your ink pads. Rachel's made that one there. That's where I was inspired from my demonstration that I done this morning in Wake Up Call. You've then got another one that Rachel's done. So I love that tiered effect there, where you're starting to use those attractions as well, and then you can see you can create that bit in the back to write your sentiment. What about your double easels? Jan's done this one here. So personalise it at the front. She's gone for magic. And really creating that scene, creating that depth and dimension, as if you're at the fairground, if you're at the carnival, that hot air balloon just starting to take off. Up and away when it comes to your DL cards. What about your twisted easels that you can see as well? Bring in your template library, because that's what we're about to do just in the next demonstration. Well, not actually bring it in, I've already got the demo started, but the demo I'm about to do next is involving the template library. So taking in your Ultimate Pro, your theatre cards, your diorama cards that Jackie's done in that one. Julia's done a nice simple one. Jackie's then brought in some older embossing folders. Rachel's done a little name plaque.
That's cute.
For Teddy's room. Isn't that good as
Really
well?
cute.
Really, really cute. Doing your fold backs that Jackie's done here. Like that one there. So there is so many ways, Ben, whether it is your large cards, whether it is your small cards, whether it is your little tickets, whether it's your little cards, memory books, scrapbook pages, all of these are going to work every single occasion as well. Whether, of course, your thoughts of a vintage fair is different from someone else, whether it's different the UK to the US to Europe, of course, depending on your age. Someone that's 20, their idea of a vintage carnival is going to be completely different to someone that's in their 60s.
Yeah.
And that vintage is going to be totally personal to said person. So, with this one here, what I've already started to do, Ben, I've gone into my blue template library, which is number 14. So we've gone in with that shape here, and then I've gone in and already just added in my layers.
Okay.
So draw around your template, draw around the mats and layers. You'll know exactly what one I'm meaning when you're going to look at number 14 from blue. And then the front one, I've added my mat and layer, and I've just gone in with the word fun. That's been die cut from our alphabet that we will do. Now I'm going to show you this time the big top, but what we're going to do is I'm not going to die cut them, Ben. We've done die cutting.
Yeah, you know how to do that, don't you?
Lots and lots of times. So you will know, if you're getting this collection, you'll have a die cutting machine, so you'll be familiar. So this is all the little bits when it comes to the big top. So all that I need to do is I'm just going to go in with my glue, and we're going to add these layers on here. The big top, when it comes to this white outline, what about bringing in things like your funky foam as well?
That's a nice idea.
Bring in that funky foam, add a little bit of texture, like you would find with the big top. Also creates that little bit of depth, but no weight whatsoever, because it is the funky craft foam. So look to see what you've got. This would look gorgeous when it comes to your mirror card as well. Any of the gorgeous card. I didn't see the shows with Keith, but I'm assuming some of his cardstock would look awesome as well.
I mean, certainly, the mirror card he had. I mean, you could even bring in like some of the holographic he had. I think that would look really nice with this collection. And I can't remember the name of it. We might still have some of it in stock. You know, that'd be this cardstock. I'm sure there's a bit of this left, actually, hence why he left it. But this mirror cardstock would look nice, wouldn't it?
Ah, maybe that's what he also left for me for the template library.
Maybe you did, actually.
So he left me some in the green room, some white. I might borrow it then for the template library.
Yeah. If you search Paper Dynamics, actually, it might be on the show later on, that, you know.
Will it?
It's still on the website. What's it actually called? Because it's a Mirror Shine, that was it. Mirror Shine metallic card. It was the one that he brought in, not last time, but the time before last, and it sold out in Wake Up Call.
Right, okay.
And then he brought it back. He had a much bigger stock this time, and I think like 60% of it went in the day. But yeah, really nice card stock to go for. So have a look, because there's leftovers from his show. Also, if you love Dreamies, there's lots of bits and pieces that you can grab from their show here on Tuesday. As well. So yeah, lots there on the website.
Nice selection left over then.
Yeah.
Although I do believe they did bring lots of extra stock, didn't they?
Say again?
They did bring lots of extra stock, didn't they? Because obviously the busy shows in the past.
Yeah. It's always difficult for them to gauge, isn't it, how busy it's going to be?
Yeah.
It seems like the first one, when Keith came back, he didn't bring enough. But it's good for us because, as I say, what is left over, we get to keep, and it's on the website. If you shop the day today, you will find all of the good stuff from this week, what we have left. And also, just to mention, because I wasn't aware until yesterday, the Watercolour Waves pad, which had sold out, is back in stock. So if you missed that on, was that Monday, Craig?
Monday, yeah, Easter Monday.
Gee whiz.
Easter Monday.
If you miss that is on tonight for you. We've got price drops coming up tonight as well, as you would expect. But Dreamies goodies on that show, as I say, some of Keith's goodies on that show as well. Template libraries on the shop the day. And whatever we had left over from yesterday, which wasn't very much, you should also find on Shop the Day. It's all there. Shop the Day for any other goodies that you want to pick up alongside this brand new collection. And lots of fun tonight as well. Lots of fun. Prizes to be won. A real wacky show where anything will go.
Anything will go. It's going to be a fun house.
It is. Can't remember the second verse. Fun house.
It's a lot of fun. Prizes to be won.
It's a real wacky show where anything can go.
That's it. I couldn't remember what it was either. But then there you go. There is our big top created. Cute. Absolutely cute. So we've got our big top. I've got our, so that's the big top I've shown you. We've got the Helter Skelter I showed you in Wake Up Call. The only thing that I'll still have to show you in the next demonstration is the balloon. But let's bring all of these components together. Now, follow the template library to create this project. You've got your pictures, you've got your written in there as well, plus you'll have the videos blue. So I think it was me that done the videos for that one. Leanne done the first few editions.
Oh, yeah, I always get confused with that. So Leanne did the first two, did she?
So I'm sure it's the first two she done.
And then you took it over.
And then I think she got bored. She's like, I know, I'm the boss here. Let's get Craig in. Craig will finish it.
So she did 45 and you did the other 75.
That'll be right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be right. But it's Leanne.
Yeah.
Her time's more precious.
Well, everyone's time is precious,
Well,
but I know what you mean.
Is, but
she has another job outside of
she's
her
got
job.
products to come up with her and her team. So,
Not easy.
No, it's certainly not an easy job. That's
Do you
for
guys
sure.
still, the experts, do you guys still like suggest products to like put forward to Leanne like we used to do back in the day, or is that not a thing anymore?
We do now. Sarah's back.
Yeah.
Say no more on that one.
Yes, I know exactly what you
Say
mean.
no more. Yes. Our knowledge is appreciated now.
But it's good though, isn't it? Because we always said that you guys are the ones that are crafting with it. You know what crafters want, so it's good to tap into your knowledge and tap into what you think is good, isn't it?
It is. Although I do say this, Ben, just because we're creative does not mean that we're good with ideas for product development. I'm not great with ideas for product development.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think, I use products, I see products, I'm going to have lots of ideas. I have ideas how to use the product, but yeah, I'm not one where my brain starts to think of different ideas and concepts and stuff like that. So I can openly say I'm not one that puts forward lots of ideas because I just can't really think of them.
I suppose it's only like actors, isn't it? You know, you pay an actor to come into a movie which someone has written, but it doesn't necessarily mean that all actors will be able to write a movie.
I love that analogy. Going to use that going forward. Going to use that going forward. But either way, whether it's one idea, whether it's 10 ideas, it's taken on board. Well, look at that. That one idea that I've been banging on about, the large nesting dies, they're coming.
Oh, there you go, see?
There you are.
Quality, not quantity, Craig, with the ideas, mate. That's what it is.
I think the success of the smaller nesting dies had something to do with that as well.
They were quite a big, they were a big, small hit.
And me being me, I'm never someone to be like, I told you so. Never would I be anything like that whatsoever. I did tell them so.
Don't like to say I told you so,
Don't like to say, but
I told you so.
Told you so.
Hello, Sarah, who's joined us. Samples are genius, says Carol D. That will be a fun collection to create with. Hello, Jeffrey Langley. And also, hello, Lois, who says, what beautiful samples. Sarah's joined us as well. Saying hi, crafty friends, Ben, Craig, and team. What have you bought today, everyone? Let us know. Have you gone for the full collection? If you've picked and chosen, let us know which bits that you've gone for. I can imagine this is a very difficult collection to just pick one or two bits from.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I can tell you this right now, with my hand on my heart, if I did not work for Crafter's Companion, this would be one I would absolutely be buying in a flash. I'd be the one at the website waiting.
Oh, would
refresh,
you? Setting your alarm.
Refresh. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But look at that. Obviously, folds down flat. You'll still get that in a flat envelope. You would need a 4 1/4 by 8.5 envelope. You could then make that a little bit further down if you want, but you can see by facing inwards, and then you can see the actual dimension that you've got. Again, guys, that is a project from Template Library. That is Template Library. It's the blue, and it's number 14. And this is where, if you've got the Template Library, please, please, please consider getting this collection because of the theme, theme, the carnival, the buildability, this is going to tie in with the template library absolutely beautifully. And no, maybe not the next one. I do have another demo that's going to be with the template library. I don't think I'll do that next. Might be later or tonight.
We're heading towards half of the showstopper stock gone, and believe you me, we had a lot more stock of this one, so the fact that we are quoting those sort of numbers means a lot of you have shopped and a lot of you have checked out. The majority of you as well have gone for the bonus buy option too, but this is everything that you are seeing here, everything you're going to get. Shall I just show you on the boards again very quickly, and then, did you say we're going to have a break? Oh, you did say that. Good. Nicola didn't, but apparently I read her mind. It's almost like I know her mind. Popcorn box, there you go. So there's your template for you to be able to create this box here, and of course you'll then get all of these other elements to be able to decorate it up, whether it's with the Ferris wheel, whether it's with the Helter Skelter, the hot air balloon. Love the fact that you can bring your inks in there as well. Give it that vintage feel with your Friar Brown. Talking of vintage, boom, there's all your letters of the alphabet in that vintage style. And incredible again that you can personalise all of your projects. Team these up with the alphabet that you got and Celebrate the Good Times. Team these up with the lowercase letters that you got in the Tiny Treasures. They're all that same sort of size that will work really, really nicely indeed. There is your Wheel of the Ferris. Thank you, George Washington Ferris Jr., for your input here. There is your Ferris wheel. There's your little cage for the little compartments which the people are going to sit in. I love Craig's demo with that as well, saying that you don't need to actually put those on straight, because obviously when the Ferris wheel goes round, the cages rock anyway, so don't worry too much about that when you're creating. Hot air balloon, vintage hot air balloon. Again, all of the different elements there for you to be able to create a really detailed balloon. Next up, it is your Helter Skelter. Had some fun with this earlier on, people suggesting, you know, that could be a salt shaker, a megaphone, a Dalek, a lighthouse, plenty of ways to be able to have some fun with that one, but in essence that is a Helter Skelter, and then you've got all the components there to attach to that to build that up, and again your little template there as well for you to be able to add your inks to colorise it the colour that you want it to be. Then you've got your big top roll up. Come and see the amazing Craig as he crafts on the trapeze whilst riding a unicycle and drinking iron brew. So that's your big top, which you've just seen. And then all of your tickets come in this bundle as well. So this bundle is called Ticket Fun. So you've got your two different sizes of ticket there, and then all of your sentiments as well. Tickets, please. No ticket. That's Last Crusade. You've never seen it, have you?
Oh, I thought it was a Polar Express.
No.
Tickets, please.
No, Indiana Jones. Tickets, please. Was? No ticket. Harrison Ford, yeah. It's quite good though, isn't it? Bit rough. What about this, Sam? Junior?
Dad, don't call me Junior. I came to save you.
Oh yeah? And who's going to save you, Junior?
Don't call me Junior.
Sean Connery is Harrison Ford's dad in the movie, yeah. Even though actually in real life, they were, I think only actually about 10, there's only about 10 years difference. But Connery went very grey in that movie and he didn't wear his toupee, so he looked a lot older. Anyway, those are all your sentiments in there. And then it's the papers that you get. Right. And then, and then the papers you're going to get, as you can see, absolutely beautiful. 24 sheets in here, double-sided. I mean, the vintage effect on these is just incredible, and all of the designs, all the colours you're going to get in 12 by 12, and then you've got the 6 by 6 included in there too. So actually 48 sheets, whatever sort of style you're creating, whatever size you want to go for, you've got plenty of snippability. And then of course you're going to get all of your amazing linen cardstock as well. All of those 8 colours, 3 sheets of each, giving you your 24 in total. That is £95 or $120. If you are somebody who is a platinum member, £76 or £76 or 96 bucks. Free shipping if you're in the US as well, don't forget. And then you've got the option at the bottom of the screen to get your linen cardstock and your papers again in the bonus buy bundle. It's this bundle here that you pop into your basket and you will pay just £17.50 or $24, which is a bargain. And that, of course, is even before you think about your platinum discount, which the majority of you are getting another 20% off that price. Few quick comments and then we'll go for a break. Hello to Trudy, says the template library is on my list of purchases when I receive my tax return. Christine says, hello again. I've been watching. I bought the Graceful Plume Showstopper, plus the bonus buy and extra paper pads, and bought the Vintage Carnival Showstopper and bonus buy and extra paper pads and an extra popcorn template in case I damage the first somehow. Savvy shopping. She also says, I want to make the Ferris wheel have movement. Brads. And Hilary says, you can team the big top up with the Arabian Nights for a different look. Yes, you could do that. I absolutely love that idea, Hilary. Plenty of opportunity here with this kit, plenty of fun, and we're going to go for a break, give you opportunity to get checked out, and we'll come back with the sort of final demo on this week's Pick of the Week in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
I'm here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV.
Your products are great, made with great care and thought, and are second to none.
Love all the products. I love the tutorials we get.
Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine.
I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course.
I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash.
The quality of the products are phenomenal. Value for money is exceptional.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more.
Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine.
Or I love Crafters Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter, and Crafters Companion makes me look better.
Hello everyone, Munchkin and I wrote a poem to tell you how much we love Crafters Companion. Sarah being back is a wondrous sight. Sarah has always brought us a treasure trove of delights. Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine. Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine. Your scissors are like a sword in the hand. Your glue is so strong it is in the highest demand. Crafters TV is the happiest sight. All crafters plan their schedules for this amazing delight. The interaction with staff, presenters, and hosts brings fun satisfaction and happiness to most. Ben brings us the most entertaining crafting song, but in the end, it all comes down to being able to craft along. Sarah and Crafters Companion, we wish you the most successful 2025 and so many more years to come. Thank you for everything that you give to us.
Missed your favourite Crafters TV shows this week? Feel like you've missed out on the best crafting deals? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Join us for Second Chance Sunday, your ultimate catch-up on the top 10 deals, demos and must-see moments from the past week. From incredible discounts to inspiring crafting, this is your second chance to grab the best of the best. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Tune in to Second Chance Sunday, only on Crafters TV. Because every crafter deserves a second chance. You do know this isn't a real door, don't you?
Why do I love Crafters Companion? Well, you got 2 comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant when they do their shows. They're so comical when it comes down to wrestling. I know I took the mick out of Craig with his watch, said it must have come from a Christmas cracker, but I like his watch. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, I've had to get myself off the floor. I had to use my Burnham Hoover to suck me up off the floor, and I had to use my foam on a roll to keep me secured up so I don't fall over again, because I'm still in shock, because we know Platinum Plus for life, so I'm Plat Plus. Speak soon.
Hello, Stephen. We've just seen Stephen on our screens there, and he's just said, I do remember the film that Craig was on about, when the inspector walked down the train before they met Father Christmas. Yeah, Polar Express. Did nobody recognise the film I was trying to do?
No ticket.
No, well, no, people didn't think my Harrison Ford was Tom Hanks. It was only Craig that thought that. Everybody else knew that I was doing a Harrison Ford impression, obviously. We have got half an hour left on the show, so any final questions about this collection? It's been very, very busy, is all I will tell you. Still plenty of stock to go around, which is good, but we are almost half the stock of the showstopper gone. Tonight, don't forget, Friday Night Live is back. Lots to come. We've got a daily deal tonight on a selection of our Colorista pens. We've also got price drops for you as well. And tonight, our game is all about famous Bens and Craigs, apparently, so that should be a lot of fun. Basically, gen up on your... What? Oh, there's a leaderboard going, apparently. Gen up on famous Bens and Craigs is all I will say to get ready for that. Facebook versus YouTube, vouchers up for grabs. We'll also have our Friday Night Faves, so if you've sent any pictures recently, make sure you join us. If you're watching, you could claim some bonus points. And we have got Win Your Basket as well, so if you're shopping tonight on that show, then we could be basically paying for your basket. It's as simple as that. So, hi to Terry H. Says I was going to pick and choose, ended up buying everything and the extra papers. Vintage and colour gets me every time. Let's get into what will be, I guess this is the final demo, Craig, is it?
It looks like it's going to be, yeah. It is indeed. We'll have another demo left over. What we'll probably do, twist Nicola's arm and we'll do it in.
Do it later?
Yeah, do it Friday Night Live. Sorted. Right, we've got our, so you're in the popcorn again, 6x6 card. So we've got our 6x6 card, and what I've gone and done is I've just gone in and created the start of my Z fold card here. So I added the pattern papers, and then I've got my banner that we can see that goes along the side or goes along the centre. You can pop it wherever you want. On this one, I'm going to go right along the bottom here. So let's add that into here. The Z fold card, that's another one that we've done many, many times on our shows here. So let's just show you how you can use that technique to use it with this collection. So I'm going to go right to that 90-degree corner and press, and then I'm going to come into that corner and then press down as well. So as we start to press down, we've then got that mechanism going. Now the reason I've got that along the bottom is because I want to have it so that we've got things such as the big top and all that just running along the bottom. But what I want to do as well is to add that bit of definition. I just want to create a little block in there. Now I would at home mat and layer that, but I misplaced it, so I had to quickly make another one up. So that's why it's just plain white. Otherwise I would have used the pattern paper and mat and layered them the same. So if I then take that and pop that into here, and then I'm just going to then sandwich that in, that's then going to enable me to pop probably the hilt skelter in there, and it just gives it that little bit extra dimension.
Yes.
And still fold it flat that you can see here. So that's, we got the Z fold. So the only one that we've not made yet is the balloon. So all that I've done is I've taken all of these bits. So I've already die cut them from the actual balloon set. It's all the cardstock that you get in the bundle. The only exception you'll sometimes see me use is our black card or white card or craft card. But other than that, it's all from the bundle. And really at this point, it's decorate whichever way you want, Ben. You just decide how you want to decorate all these different panels.
Yeah.
Right, we can go in with the base one here, but you might not want all of them. You might want all of them. You might want to do them in a different order if you want to. There's not a right or wrong way to start to build these. It's entirely up to yourself.
Have you been in a hot air balloon?
No, I've not.
Rob has, hasn't she?
Has she?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Just because she tells the story, doesn't she, of like when it comes down. It's quite like an amazing thing to do, go up, you know, champagne hot air balloon ride, but then when it comes like crashing down to earth, it sort of tips on its side.
I've seen that, yeah. I've seen shows or anything on hot air balloons.
And I'm sure she had to help pack hers away or something, she said as well. You know, they all had to chip in and help pack it away, even though they'd paid for this hot air balloon experience.
Really?
I'd be like, hang on a minute, mate. I've just paid you very good dollar for a flight in your hot air balloon. Pack it away yourself.
Yeah. That's like when I go on my helicopter ride for my birthday, that's us like land and say, all right, mate, go and get a bucket and sponge, start cleaning the helicopter.
Yeah, you go and just get some fuel and fill her up.
Yeah, all right, yeah, exactly. Right, you go and pilot the next one. That'll be all right, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
go and pilot the next one. Yeah, can you imagine?
But yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Just you go and clean it now. You've been in it, so you clean it.
Exactly right. Yeah, get the vacuum out, do the footwells.
Do you know what I keep thinking, and I'm hoping and praying, Ben? When I'm in New York, the 20, 21st and 22nd of June, it's Fanatics Convention.
Oh, that's the ones that do all of the kit for the wrestling, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Obviously, they do American football and rugby and all of that. Well, the Jarvis Centre, which I just looked the other day, and it's actually just round by Times Square.
Oh, yeah.
There's a load of WWE wrestlers be there.
What, for a sign-in?
For sign-ins, yeah. They're all sold out. I wouldn't have gone anyway because there's a lot of other things. You know, I wouldn't do that to Mum. I wouldn't spend like a whole day standing in a queue just for sign-ins.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if there's 2 days that the wrestlers are there, there's loads of them. I'm like, I wonder if they'll do a show at Madison Square Garden while they're all there. A lot of them are all going to be there during the day. And nothing, when you go on the Madison Square Garden schedule for like 20, 21st, 22nd of June, there's nothing in the main arena.
Well.
Should just say the only ones that are sold out. Lots of other celebrities from the world of professional sport.
What does it tell you who's going to be there?
Yeah.
So who's going to be there, like famous-wise then?
All of the, like Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, Cody Rhodes, Damien Priest. Yeah, they're all going to be there.
Who else is there, though, from the world of non-wrestling, like famous that we know? Is there anyone, like, super famous?
Well, they might be super famous, but I wouldn't know.
I suppose you've got to be in for, like, American football or ice hockey or something, have you? Basketball players, baseball players, yeah, I don't really follow any of those.
No, but yeah, so I keep thinking, surely they're going to work their time well and they're going to do something either at Madison Square Garden or at Barclays Centre in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
So I keep going on both the websites.
I mean, that would just like add the cherry on top of the icing on the cake for you, that wouldn't it?
Could you imagine the night of my 40th birthday?
They put on an impromptu show for you.
Yeah, I'm in Madison Square Garden again. I was there for my 30th. Obviously, it wasn't wrestling; it was just like a music concert. But then what are the chances? Chances are high now that they're actually already going to be. So they'll maybe just going about for walkabouts as well at night time, and that I might see them. You never know. You never know.
They hold up a sign. Liz Morgan. Liz Morgan.
Liz Morgan.
Liv Morgan. Will you marry me?
Will you marry me? Yeah. I'm Scottish, but live in England.
Well, you never know. That would really put the cherry on top of the cherry on top of the icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
If that happened.
Come back
with me. All right,
with
Craig.
a fiancé, Liv Morgan. He's engaged.
Yeah, imagine, yeah, you come back in for your first show. Got engaged whilst I was over there. Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Who
let
to?
me introduce her.
Yeah.
Here she is, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. Funny enough, she loves crafting as well.
Actually, do you know something? She makes like salts and potions and stuff like that.
Potions?
Yeah, like crystal salts and potions and stuff. She's into all that.
Well, I mean, you two are made for each other, really, aren't you?
We are. We really, really are. We're destined to be together.
One way or another, he'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Carol D says, I went on a hot air balloon ride in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt.
That would have been epic.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, if you're going to do a hot air balloon ride anywhere, that's as good as a place, isn't it, really?
Mm-hmm.
Trudy Bickham says, I'll tell you, my third floor apartment is going to crash to the floor with all of my Crafter's Companion stuff. This was you that started all of this
I know,
floor crashing
sorry.
chat.
This is all my fault. Started this on Monday, wasn't it?
I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week at some point.
Made everyone start to worry now. Oops.
What a refreshing collection, says Roxanne Zorn. And Mary Pat 1000 says, good morning, everyone from sunny Montana. It's been a busy, busy day, everybody. If you're just waking up, welcome to the show. What time are we? 7:40, aren't we? Pacific. And then we're... time we about 10:45 Eastern. Yeah, been a busy old day. Brand new collection, pick of the week. Available at this price until... well, it's next Thursday, isn't it, basically? 7 days?
Will be, yeah, because then the new one starts on a Friday.
Yeah. While stocks last as well, as I said to you, almost half of a big stock has already gone. So get it in your basket. All the items are available for you individually as well, so you can check all of those out. And no doubt, if you are going for the showstopper, you're getting that bonus buy bundle. You might want to order more paper pads as well. A lot of people doing that. Lovely papers.
More. You gotta have more. Loads more.
More?
It's one of those. I think this may be, you know, in years down the line when you say name a collection you've absolutely loved from the past. I think this is one that's going to be brought up.
When is the one that I said to you about earlier on, which is on the desk in the office launching, that I said I really liked?
It must be soon.
Because I haven't got me right. Yeah, because I haven't got me right for May. I just wondered whether you'd had like a heads up on when that's coming.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it should have been April because it was in our April box of goodies.
Mm-hmm.
But I think then it may have been, I'm going to say May.
Right.
I'm going to say May. But yeah, it's another humdinger, isn't it?
It is. Yeehaw.
It's a humdinger. What was I talking about? Or we mentioned it the other day.
What's that?
Oh, actually, no, better not, because that'll give away
what it is.
What the collection is.
What were we talking about? Oh, no, you can't say. What was it? Mouth it.
Five Goes West.
Ah, yeah. They still heard you, though.
Sorry?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. He said,
Five will go south.
Five is the best, is what he said. Because, yeah, that's what he said.
Do you remember that group, Five?
Five, yeah.
When the lights...
They're back together again now.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. As a Five.
As a Five?
Well, because when I don't know if I ever told you, I used to work in radio.
Oh, no.
No. And back in the day, we used to do this thing down on Paignton Seafront called Party on the Green. We used to host this event, and we had bands like, I mean, they weren't massive. We had Scooch there one year. Remember Scooch? We're flying the flag.
Did you ever have Cleopatra?
No.
Oh, Cleopatra coming at ya. Cleopatra coming at ya.
Yeah. So we had them. We had Lee from Blue. What was he called? Lee Ryan. But then one year, it was the best year, we had, they were getting really excited. Oh, we got Five coming. I was like, what, the Five? And they were, yeah, got Five coming. So this is going to be amazing. Like, how have we, like this little tiny radio station with our little Party on the Green event, got Five coming? This is going to be incredible. And actually, it wasn't all of Five because they'd split up, obviously. We got 2 from 5. So not quite as good. It was Abs, and I can't remember the name of the other chap. The one with the other one with the eye. It was Abs and it wasn't Richie or the big. What was the big guy called? It was the big muscly guy.
I remember when S Club 7 broke up.
Yeah.
Or not broke up, but one of them left.
Scott Robinson it was. Scott Robinson and Abs.
From Neighbours.
That's Jim Robinson, isn't it?
Scott Robinson
Scott
was
Jason
Donovan.
Yeah.
That was his character name, yeah. You got the feeling, jumping into the ceiling, we're gonna be alright.
One if you want, a two if you're gonna, three 'cause everything's alright. Baby, when the lights go out.
Oh, what was that?
Everybody get up,
That's
sing
it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make you get down now.
Yeah, there was another couple. Actually, to be fair, there was some catchy ones, wasn't there?
I saw
Get On Up. When you're down.
I saw a really funny Insta, and you just reminded me of it now. Listen to all the 5 songs, right? And listen to how many songs they sing about getting up and getting down. It's literally every song they talk about it.
Really?
If you're getting down, baby, everybody get up, sing it. This guy on Insta does this like whole reel of it. It was making me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're either getting up or they're getting down. 5.
It must be like getting up and getting down, yeah.
Love getting up and getting down.
It's
now
like
I'm
make your
nearly
mind
50,
up.
I struggle getting up. What?
It's like make your mind up. Get up or get down.
Get down, yeah.
What are you doing?
If you're
What
getting
one?
down, baby. They might struggle getting up and getting down now they're all a little bit older because they all must be in their, like late 40s, early 50s, like me.
They'll be singing Get Up while they're still sitting down.
yeah. We're saying down, we can't get up. This would be perfect. They're 45, so they're no age really, like me. I love Desk Club 7, says M.
I love Desk Club 7 as well.
Who was your favourite?
Rachel Stevens.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then Hannah. I liked Hannah.
Yeah.
She kind of overtook as my favourite.
I also really like Bradley as well. I thought Bradley was like, I just thought Bradley was like really cool. He was like the cool one, wasn't he? And he did the raps, didn't he?
Yeah.
I have not seen the S Club 7 movie, no.
It's awesome.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Is it? I also quite enjoyed S Club Junior.
I did.
Well.
I liked her
What was
stuff.
their famous one?
They also did Puppy Love, yeah.
Puppy Love. What, the Donny Osmond song?
Yeah.
Jimmy Osmond, Donny Osmond.
Yeah. And then, was it Rochelle's turned into a TV presenter.
Oh.
She sometimes steps in on This Morning. She's married to a JLS guy.
Rochelle was in S Club 7?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same with Frankie, who does Loose Women.
Oh, yeah.
She was in S Club Junior. She was in S Club Junior and one of the other ones as well. I think there was 3 that ended up being carried on into the spotlight. So yeah, but no, I did. I liked S Club. I was never a big Steps fan.
No, H from Steps was in the, I think, a couple of years above me at the at Butlins as a red coat.
Yeah?
H from Steps, yeah.
Uh-huh.
The year pre-fame. Pre-fame he was there, and then he obviously became famous with Steps, and then he came back, and when I graduated, I mean, I said graduated, it sounds very grand, it wasn't. I graduated from the Red Coat Academy. He was the Red Coat Academy. He was the guy who came along and presented us all with our certificates.
Okay.
Yeah, true story. Ian Watkins. Look at this, by the way, it's just as we've been chatting. Look at that.
Look at that. So I thought, do different. Put Sarah's name there at the bottom, but personalise that with any of the names, your family names, anything like that, grandkids' names, children's names. Just have fun here and really start that kind of depth, that kinetic cards.
This would be perfect to use to make a mini album, says Art by Jan. A lovely full album with all the dyes and elements would be super cool. Loving all the vintage colours, says Roxanne. And my granddaughter, says Stephanie, that went to NYC with her dad yesterday, said when coming out of the subway, New York City, it's great to be back, baby. She's just turned 6. And my son said he laughed and thought, who is this kid? It's great to be back, baby. Love the alphabet, says Jan. Craig is making some beautiful cards, says Barbara Miller. And Trudy says, I love that card Craig. Last quick look, and then we will call time on this show because we've got a very busy Friday Night Live to look forward to. Prizes to be won. It's fixed. A whole lot of fun. Craig, he's fixed. Have you fixed a slushie for the Dandelion Burdock?
Yeah.
Dandelion Burdock. Look what you're going to get in your collection. Template to be able to make your popcorn box, which you saw a little bit earlier. Craig has crafted with all of these through the show, so now you've got the opportunity to be able to go back and have a little look. There's also a, thank you, a little demo coming up later on as well. Just need to try this. Hang on. Oh, that Dandelion Burdock's the best one, yeah.
Is that good?
Sorry. Blazing Squad. Meet me at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. There's your popcorn stencil. There's all of your alphabet, vintage styly. Here is your ticket fun. You've got the 2 different style tickets on there, plus you've also got the stamp sentiments in there as well. That is your set to be able to make your big top. So loads of dies to be able to build that up. All of your dies in there to be able to create your helter skelter. Love the fact that you've got your little stencil in there as well to be able to colour that in. Vintage hot air balloon, again, all of the elements to be able to put that together. And then you've got your Ferris wheel as well. Everything has been demoed, and what we don't demo today, we will do later on. That makes no sense. What we haven't shown you is one more demo that Craig will be doing in Friday Night Live a little bit later on for you. So come back for that show because there'll be more demos with the Vintage Carnival. As I said, we'll be playing the games, prizes for you to win. We'll be doing the Friday Night Faves so you can hopefully see a project that you've made and win yourself some bonus points. We'll be letting you win your basket as well. And seeing as we're doing some Vintage Carnival stuff, we might even just do a little bit of carnival magic for you at the top of the show. 2 paper pads you're going to get, 12 by 12 and your 6 by 6. And on top of that, you will get all of your beautiful linen cardstock as well. That is everything in the bundle. £76 or $96 is the price on that. And don't forget, if you're going for the showstopper, almost half the stock is gone. You can go the showstopper and then get all the papers again within your bonus buy for half of the price that will be advertised on the web for you. And like I say, everything's available for you individually. So if you just decide to pick and choose a few bits and pieces, of course, you can do that as well. What a fantastic show. Craig, thank you so much. So the plan is later on tonight to do another demo with this year. That will be one of the demos.
Yes, so I've still got this one outstanding, Ben, from our template library here, kind of like the bendy foldy one. So we'll do that earlier on. At least now, I can spend a little bit more time with that one because I've shown you how to build the hot air balloon, shown you how to build a big top, and I've shown you how to build the helter skelter. So I'll just kind of focus a little bit on the actual construction of making it and decorating it. And then, of course, that means then from throughout today, you'll know how to then assemble each one of these attractions.
Excellent stuff. Come back because it's going to be a great show tonight. As I say, loads of inspiration, loads of ideas, loads of hints and tips. In the meantime, check out the deals on the website. Get this collection in your basket because I think you're going to absolutely love it. And now, of course, you've got all of the inspiration to take away with you. And Craig and I will see you back here live at 5 for Friday Night Live. Until then, thank you for watching. And from me and he...